back. We are back with another episode of AD Uncensored, and of course I had to bring my man Rodney back because it's some of the final days of the Loft. We got the grand finale, New Year's Eve. So make sure you guys are at that. That starts at from 10 to
8 to 4 a.m.
8 to 4 a.m.
We might lock it in too.
I was just gonna say, you never know what Rodney until whenever Rodney gets tired, okay? Whenever he says cut the music, DJ, that's what we're going to. And there will also be a champagne toast, correct?
Champagne toast. If you get a pre-ticket, it's $25, but you get a lofted pint glass to go with it. Free champagne. We'll have food all night. Like I said, we're going till 4 a.m. We'll have bottles of champagne for sale. I'm sure there'll be some champagne extra toast going on, you know, but it's going to be fun. There's already been a lot of pre-sale tickets sold, so I'm excited. You know, there's going to be a wide variety of groups of people in here. Actually, I said 8, but I'll probably open at 6 because I know some people don't like to go out but want to say their goodbyes, and, you know. So I'll probably open early and just grind it the whole night.
Ooh, you're going to have a long night. Get your rest the night before, okay?
For sure.
But since it is the final days, I want to just go back on a little bit of the Loft. You know, when you first started, it's been 22 years, right?
Yeah, 22 years. I bought it December 31st, 2003 is when I took over. So really down to the day. So
let's go a little bit before then. Before you became a bar owner, of course you went to
the U. So what up?
You know he always is representing you into the U. But I heard you were like a big wrestler.
Wrestler?
Yeah.
No.
What did you do? What did you do at the U?
No, I just went to school and bartended. Yeah.
Okay, because I was talking to somebody who was like, you know, Rodney was like, it was like bad.
I mean, I'll throw some bowls, but
I guess on the bar. He had a whole conversation like Rodney used to wrestle. I'm like, Rodney used to wrestle.
I never wore no tights.
Now when I come back trail and ask you about that, I'm definitely have you one because I'm like, Rodney used to wrestle.
Oh shit, my dad wrestled in high school. Yeah.
Okay, so he must not. Trail ain't that old. To know that, but no. Okay, so you went to the U. Yeah. And then you came. What'd you do? You worked at a bar?
Yeah, I worked at I started off at like some restaurant bars, and then I ended up working at Mansion, which was one of the busiest nightclubs on Washington and South Beach. I worked there for like 3 years.
3 years.
Packed house. There was capacity was 2,000, so it was like it was busy. They closed probably about 9 years ago. Okay. But I learned a lot from there. I had some good bosses that kind of molded me into I wouldn't say a bartender because I feel like bartenders are. I always tell my staff that bartender's a dime a dozen to me. I sell salesmen. You got to sell yourself. You know what I mean? And that was his main thing. You can be whatever you want to be. You know what I mean? Like for what kind of group you got coming in, you sell yourself to. Like I said, I prefer a salesman and a bartender. I can teach you how to bartend.
Of course, but I
can't teach you how to be an interactive people person.
And do what you need to do.
Exactly.
Okay, so then after doing that for 3 years, did you move? You moved back to Flint?
Yep, I moved back to Flint, and I didn't have a plan really. I was like, I'm just going to come back, and then actually, this is how long ago I found an ad in the paper that said needed a bartender. I was like, man, I'm bored. I was just hanging out with my pops because I hadn't seen him that much. And gave the address, and I came in, and it was this place. Okay. He didn't even say the name of it, and I came in here, and the guy that owned it before me was half the size too. I expanded the size.
I was gonna say it didn't used to have the front.
Yep, I used to rent it out to a pager store.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
And the guy that owned it before me and was in a wheelchair, so I was like, man, coming from a 2,000 person club to this, I'm like, oh, jeez. And he was like, well, you bartending? Well, yeah. And he was like, he was, well, can you start tonight? And I was like, yeah, I guess. He goes like, Monday's our busiest night. It was on a Monday. And I was like, he goes, I'll get some guy. I was like, I'm good. There's nothing you can do with you. There's nothing here that can get me that busy. And because like I said, it was half the size at the time. And it was pretty busy, but I mean, I was just running through it, you know, and he goes, oh, you got the job. And then a couple months later, I was basically doing the liquor order, running the day-to-day. I was seeing him less and less where I was here, and then one day I get a call, and he goes, are you home? And I was like, yeah. And he goes, I'm going to stop by. And he goes, do you want to buy the place? And I was like, man, I had visions of not staying here that long. You know, I had visions of going back to Florida. Or I was just regrouping at the time, I guess I would say. And I did it, and I was like, well, I'll do this for 3 or 4 years, get some experience and move. And then it went pretty well, and I liked it, and I met bar guests, became friends. They ended up becoming family, you know what I mean? So fast forward 10, 20, 22 years later, you know, it's like, I mean, like I've had some great, like I said, molded relationships, younger, older people, you know, for the past 22 years, you know. That's what makes it hard to actually leave at this point. That's what made it hard to leave 5 years ago when I thought about it. And it kept it.
Put it out there in the air.
Yeah, I put it out.
And like,
I mean, it was hard to leave it like these
one day it's gonna happen. Rodney's thinking about it, and like how you like traveling places, and I'm like, listen, Rodney's going where it's hot. He likes to be on the beach. You can tell.
Yeah, I mean, I like the beach. I mean, I just like I told you earlier, I feel like one of the main reasons that each year me and my wife would sit down and be like, what do you want to do? And we'd like, we'll go one more year, you know. It's like, like I told you earlier, it's like I feel like the definition of insanity is just doing the same thing every day for the rest of your life. And I wouldn't say I was getting bored. I was getting complacent, you know, like, and I wasn't always the best version of myself. So I lost like 115 pounds. I started transitioning myself to being like, okay, I've got complacent. Now it's time to keep it moving. And once I got to where I wanted to be physically, you know, mentally, then I was like, all right, I'm here. Now I got to do something different. I want chapter 2, a new challenge, you know, who knows whether it succeeds or not. I just feel like it would, if I didn't do it then, I'm at the age now where I'm still marketable, I'm still witty or whatever. Not that I'm old or anything, but you know what I mean? A lot of people do career changes. Most people do it the opposite way of me, though. I bought a bar when I was 26 years old. And then most people get old and then buy a bar. I was like, I'm like, now I want to go work in the business world, or I want to go do something to show that I can prove to myself that I'm more than just a one-trick pony. You know what I mean?
No, I think you got it, though, for sure. I mean, look how you bring in people, and people have. I know I met a guy, Tony, who in here, and he said he's been going. This was maybe 2 years ago. He said he had been coming here for 17 years.
Oh wow!
I said 17 years. He says yes, 17 years he's been coming here.
That's good.
So and he gave me a memory. So what's one of your memories that like top Loft moments for you? I know you had plenty.
There's so many of them. I mean, there's different aspects of them. Like, some of my best memories have been like, I've had people come in here for out of town for the Capitol Theater, right? And then they come out of town and the actual concert got canceled. Okay. And they were in here and like, what are we supposed to do? What's there fun to do around here? They already had a room. This was just a few years ago. Okay. And they had some drinks. So we're gonna go get something to eat. And they came back here and this was not my typical lofted Friday, Saturday night crowd. Okay. They had a ball. They wrote me a letter and mailed it to me. How much fun they had. They threw an extra tip in there.
Oh wow.
Shoot. There's been just a ton of memories. You know, I've had some of my own personal memories. They're not like specific nights, but I've had people that were females or even males that have been coming in for years bring their 21st-year-old daughter in or son for their first drink, which is
celebrated this. One of my friends, her son's like 12th birthday. He was in here for his 18th. I'm like, what the heck? This is crazy. Yeah, and then now he came back for his 21st birthday. So I'm like, this is crazy. But it was just like, man, we came in earlier, like for during happy hour. I'm like, okay, you came in. Then it was just like, all right, we can do it. But this was years ago when it was like get in. You could get as long as you're 18. That's why I love this place.
Yeah,
I was like 18 and up. Cool. I didn't need to do anything as long because this is before you opened it up.
Yeah.
And it was like we would be right here where this DJ booth was, and like we would just be partying.
Yeah,
I was
it was
like,
fun.
Listen, it was Thursday.
Those John Connor days were
Yep,
cool
John
too.
Connor.
Yeah,
Yep, John Connor. So I have like lots of memories. My boy Travis, he was throwing Travis Tree.
Oh yeah, those are.
They threw a couple parties here. Like
Yeah.
it's been a lot of fun times in the Loft. Like I could go on and on about different memories.
Yeah, there's so many of them. Yeah. Oh yeah, the dinosaur
man,
the big
came
bear.
in here. Yeah, the bear. Like, you never know what you're gonna see coming into the Loft. Like I said before, I think I don't know if it was a Tuesday or it was some random day that I rode downtown. I'm like, there is nothing open. The lights were on. I said, let's go in here. And like I said, it was like Latino night.
Oh yeah.
Now, I had never been to a Wednesday.
Yeah.
I had never been to a Latino night ever before, and it made me actually like, oh, it's a Latino night out here. Like, let's go. No, I know it's gonna be a good time.
Right.
It's different. It's not the music that I was used to, but I'm like, with everybody dancing and everything and vibing out, it made me do the same thing. So it was like just bringing different things. Like you actually introduced me to something new coming in here on a random day. So I know you have plenty of people who can share a memory of being in the Loft.
Yeah, I mean, my mission statement, like I've said before, is that when I bought this place, you know, like I said, I've had some good mentors where I worked before, and they were like, it doesn't matter if you're young, old, your skin color, your sexuality or whatever, is that everybody in here, you walk through these doors, you're equal to me, you know, and a lot of places, they may say they're this and that, but I mean, this was a safe space before people were even talking about safe spaces. And that's something that I'm proud of because I'll cater to anybody. And like, it doesn't matter if you're rich or poor, if you got 8 quarters left for a beer, I'm gonna make it right for you anyway. Because I mean,
you for sure do. I've seen people with the most money and people with little.
Yeah, for sure.
And
I mean, life is hard. You know, people that are suffering.
You definitely make everyone feel welcome.
Yeah.
No matter what. So I definitely tip my hat to you for that one because you definitely open your doors for everybody.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like that. I mean, when you have a bar or business, I mean, especially in a city like Flint where poverty is the norm.
Yeah.
So I mean, a lot of people, man, just want to feel good, you know, feel accepted, feel wanted,
welcomed, and wanted, like you said.
Yeah. I mean, because a lot of these guys come in, don't know where their next meal is, you know. This one thing, like on New Year, Christmas Eve, we've had loft parties or whatever, and I mean, we're never going to leave anybody hungry. You know what I mean?
Of course.
And so I'm proud of that. I'm proud of like I said, catering to everybody, different crowds, like Latin night, all the different substance, Drop Fest, Jared Sage, who's great. I feel like Flint needs more of that. You know what I mean? There's a lot of there's a void in that. Like people want to do different kind of things.
To the next people who come open whatever they're doing here, they have to make sure that they can feel. I mean, because I think with you closing the Loft doors here, just the normal people who walk through here every day that you're open, it's going to be something that we truly miss. Because like I said, summertime, I'll be down here. I just walk through, right? Hey, what's up? I mean, and it's like, oh no, I know if I'm feeling some type of way, I walk through here, change my whole mood. Like it's happy, you know. If everybody, you need a hug, you can definitely come in here and get one. So like, I think for those next people, you for sure have a void. It's gonna be something that you have a big shoe to fill,
right?
You know, because you for sure have left your mark with something like that. Like,
I don't envy the next person that come. It was like, man, you got. I mean, not because I'm not saying just me, but the Loft meant so much to 22 years for people. I don't envy the next person that comes in trying to duplicate or even. I mean, I hope they don't try to duplicate it. But I just hope whatever. When I decided, I made that announcement that I was moving. Whatever my last day is here, when I walk out those doors, I ain't looking back. You know, I'll cherish everybody. Sure, I'm going to be messaging you, hey, yo, I'm down here. Come down. I got this big night, and well, most people know we're moving to South Tampa, Rocky Point Island, near Clearwater and St. Pete. So I mean, we're gonna be I'm gonna be doing something that's gonna be. I'll be like, hey, you need to come down here. It's a good weekend.
So,
you know, so
I know we're looking for your messages.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be. I won't be done with the Flint people or my Flint friends, regulars. Yeah. But I made the conscious choice when I walk out this door that the Loft was what it was. That's why the merch is cool. Like I had a guy the other day, hey man, can you sign my shirt, the Loft shirt, which I thought was cool.
That is, that's pretty dope.
But it's like, don't look back, you know. Never look in your rear view, you know. And I'm gonna keep it moving. And like I said, I hope whoever comes in here can keep it diverse, be hungry, you know. Because I'm a big believer. If you're not a place like this, if you're not working your own thing or you're not right there, your place ain't never gonna work a long time. Because there's this, I mean, you need to be, you want to have an identity as a bar owner, whether it be here or anywhere. You, especially on a not like a club, but a bar slash club. You want to have an identity. You want to have a relationship. People don't always say, we're going to the Loft. We're going to see Rodney.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
You know, a lot of people do that. And that's something that's earned. You know what I mean? That isn't something that's given, you know. And it takes more than opening the place 3 months, but it don't work. Yeah. You got to be in there and you got to be able to willing to work. Yeah. You want to want it, you know. So whether I'm here or even if I go work for somewhere else, I'm gonna give it everything I got to be in the. My wife always teases me, say I could sell anything to anybody. You know what I mean? I'm just selling you a dream of a good time. Like, hey, I want to go see Rodney at this place, or I want to go do this. Because I know he's going to be nice, cordial, talk sports, talk shit. Excuse my language.
But no,
just have fun, you know.
You're uncensored. You can do that. That's why. No, I was just going to say that's why I felt like no matter how I was feeling, I knew when I walked through here, whether it was just to walk through or I'm stopping by to get a drink, I know I can. Hey, how you doing? Okay, you got your shades on, so it makes you smile. You know, that's something that when I see Rodney, I know I'm gonna smile because even if there's 5 people in here or the whole place is packed, it's like what's up? I see you, and it was just like, okay, you made me feel special, and I feel like you do that with so many people around here. But I also know like you have very special people who work. I mean, not say for you, with you.
Yeah, exactly. I'm always saying I don't have employees. I have co-workers. Yeah. You know, I'm a bartender, salesman that owns a bar. Yeah. I just pay the bills. You know what I mean? But like Fatima, man, I've been here 22 years. I think I've been through 10 employees, maybe 12. I mean, as far as bartenders.
That's a great run.
You know what I mean? And that's one of my main things that I'm proud of. Like Polly. Fit Polly's she works for the state. Phil's a nurse. You know, Rodney's doing well in Grand Rapids. Everybody that I've seen them improve themselves. Fatima, you know, Fatima's great. I mean, tonight's one of her last Wednesdays, so come support her tonight. We're giving away a 65-inch TV. You know what I mean?
So come get a TV.
Yeah,
it's game night.
Yeah, it's game night.
Make sure you come in.
But yeah, Katie, I've never had a bartender where I was like, I'm never gonna make you do something that I'm not gonna do, and I'm never gonna be like, oh, I'm just gonna let you. I'm working. That's why a lot of times I don't come in here when I'm not working, because I feel like, oh, I need to be back there. You know, it's like one of them things, you know, that I have. Because like I said, you got to run a family type establishment. You know, I want to know how my employees are treating others. You know what I mean? And like I said, that's something that when you were saying, some of my mentors before me were always like, you treat every guest, especially as an ownership, as every guest like it's your last. Yes. I don't care if you had a bad day. When I walked, I have bad days. Everybody's saying, oh, you're always so happy or whatever, laughing. But when I walked through that door, sometimes I had a bad day. But that bad day is over as soon as I work here. Because nobody wants to come see a bartender or Rodney who's in a bad mood. Because they might be having a crappy day. It's my job to lift them up. Exactly. You know what I mean? Exactly. That's part of the job, you know, and that's the part I like. And like I said, I get guests that come in, and I also like to have, like, whether you're a female, male, I want you to feel comfortable coming in here by yourself. And it's like, if there's 7 people at this bar and you don't know 6 of them, I'm going to include you in the conversation So hey, now we got a happy hour vibe, and everybody can have a conversation. And you don't know how many places you go in there and you'll sit, and nobody will wait on you. There's no interaction with the bartender. You're not a bartender. You're just pouring water and whatever. That's it. I mean, that's one thing that, like I said, I feel like Flint needs more customer service. Customer service. Because it's lacking. It's lacking. You know,
it's a good thing. Like, working in since I was 15, so for about 18 years now, I've been working in a restaurant, and I worked at Rogero's that was on Corona Road.
Oh, yeah. I love it.
And I was in there, and now when I first started working there, I never understood why the owners were the way they were, but till this day, with how they prepped me and taught me in different things like that I've taken from different general managers and bartenders that I like, with treating people. That's my biggest thing. I'll give you a full serving and doing that type of pour your drinks and all that stuff, but I want the experience that you have with me to be something that you take away from this.
I mean, that's how you get return customers.
Exactly.
It doesn't even matter. I always say food is like, and we don't sell food, but food is almost secondary to the service. You can have average food and get great customer service. Oh man, we gotta go back and see. We gotta go to AD over there, man. She's making me smile. We're having fun, you know. Maybe even if the food wasn't great, you know, that's gonna inspire return visits, you know. And I think that's important. I feel like not just Flint, but a lot of areas, man, they lack in that kind of. I would have to say it's a fallen art. You know what I mean? Like, giving good customer service, you know, and I feel like a lot of people can get back to that. That's how a place like this can stay open for 22 years. Man, look how many bars went out of business.
I was just around
I've laughed them.
You're
you know
good,
what I
and
mean?
you kept going. No matter what you change it to.
Because at the end of the day, I still know what I have inside of me, my customer service, and what I can bring to. You're going to get people through that door. And as an owner-operator, if nobody comes through the door, the 10 people that do, I'm going to treat them like they want to stay for the whole night. So, so I mean, that's just one thing. Like I said, I was like, I hope if this becomes a bar, whatever it is, I'm sure it will. It's going to be sad to see my murals go down if they go down.
Oh man, I hope they keep those up.
But
I hope they keep those up.
They'll probably take down the mural of my life story in the back. You know, I ain't mad at it though. I got some good pictures.
I was just going to say, get some good pictures with it, but that one in the front for sure, we got to.
Yeah, we'll see. You know, we'll see. I feel like that's why I put it on the shirts.
Oh yeah.
So you know, if it isn't, I'll have some extra. I had a lot of pre-orders. I'll have some extra. I'll let you know what I got.
Yeah, because I was looking at. I've been looking at it.
They're nice, man. They talking to you, I'm like, Matt Telga. Shout out to Matt Telga. If he did any T-shirts or whatever, he did. I did beanies, glasses. He did all of it and made sure that it wasn't the cheapo stuff. It was the good stuff.
It looks good. So you guys make sure you get you some Loft apparel, okay? And make sure you're here on New Year's Eve and get the pre-sale tickets. So
it's easier. Basically, we're putting your name on the VIP list. You'll have a separate line that you go through, so you won't have to wait in the line, which is nice. And I mean, especially nice when it's January 1st or December when it's cold. You ain't got to wait in that line. You got priority line. Anybody else, if we get too full, they'll still be able to get in, but the people that didn't get a pre-sale ticket will have to wait. You know, so if I can, I like to thank everybody, whoever sees this, man. I appreciate you. The 22 years. We're not done yet. I mean, I'm excited just to have you guys for the next few weeks or whatever. And I appreciate, man, all the years. And I'm going to be bugging you guys on Facebook wherever I get set up to come visit me. I promise you, it's cheap to fly to Tampa. All the other places are like a 5-minute, 10-minute drive, you know.
You just tell me when, because I'm for sure check you out while
I'm going to get settled in. And once I get settled into my new career or whatever I decide to, and then I'll be hitting you guys up. I'm going to need DJs, people filling the restaurant.
Of course. You can reach out to us for sure. Well, Rodney, I definitely want to thank you again for 22 years.
Thank you.
I appreciate you. I know the city appreciates you. The people from out of town who write you still appreciate you. So thank you. That's another one.
Thank you.